Hello, I'm Adinser. Let's talk about the Arms Warrior in the Legion Alpha. So, one thing right off the bat I can say is that it's a ton more fun to play and dynamic as well than in Warlords. For starters, there's a lot more abilities and most of them are from the talents, and that means that you can customize your play style more than ever. Of course, there will always be the best build for any given situation, but it is really refreshing having something to actually press outside of Rend and Mortal Strike. That said, it is a bit weird to have all of these old spells that we used to have as baseline now within the talent tree, but we'll see what that will mean in the long run, though at least they're available again. I mean, you can never go wrong with the warrior. They are the most consistent class. They will always be good at PvP and PvE, always. The comparison I would make with Warlords is that in Warlords it was a really stable class for PvP, and what I mean by that is it had a good uptime on DPS, it had reliable, constant and burst DPS, and could stick to a target really well. Those were the pros, I guess. And that by itself can overcome the lack of spells. The mobility and survivability made that a possibility. In Legion, the survivability is greatly diminished, with only one defensive you can pick from the talent tree. Of course, they may add additional defensives later. As of now, there's no defensives in the PvP talent tree either. And the ones you have are either Die by the Sword or defensive stance. And the mobility is a bit worse as well, so I imagine that you won't be able to stick to targets for as long as before, therefore changing the way you play in arenas particularly. With all the new spells, there are combos you can pull off with which you can kill like a target in a single Stormbolt, and that is extremely satisfying and fun to do. So spells like Heroic Strike, Overpower, Warbreaker, that's the artifact ability, give you a lot more choices, and having choices is always better and more fun. In general, there isn't much to complain about when it comes to the Arms Warrior. All of the changes seem to make your experience more enjoyable. It just needs a bit more polishing and tweaking to make the gameplay smoother, I guess. And that will probably be done till launch. Overall, the only thing I dislike, as I mentioned before, is the minimum amount of defenses, i.e. 1, and the lower maneuverability. But it is a real step up from Warlords. I just wish to play the spec in a level playing field without all the demon hunters. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.